So, one of my loves asked me to participate in the conversation about this topic. It's something we talk about a lot in our polycule. And so I guess I'll just go into it, right? So I know for myself, I know for a lot of people, we come into this world of polyamory or consensual non-monogamy looking for love, right? We've reached a point in our life where we're like, okay, the version of love that is sold to us in this world is not the one that I want to have. I want to be able to explore love in its purest. So we come into this world of polyamory, on that basis. And a lot of us are looking for, like, maybe a woman who she might, want a relationship with a man and a woman, or maybe just, or a man who wants a relationship with more than one woman, or a woman and a man, whatever that configuration it is. You realize you no longer want to put limitations on your love, because even though you have a relationship or not that's fulfilling to you, like, no, it has to be more than this. So you jump into this world of polyamory, right? And you're thinking, like, man, I wonder where my person is. I wonder where these people are that I'm going to connect with, that are going to make me, that are allow me to experience this feeling of love. And if you're serious, you start to realize, like, oh snap, I got work to do, right? Because I'm coming from this world of monogamy. I'm coming from this possessive version of love, this attachment that we develop, these unhealthy attachments that we develop in trying to establish love with other people. And you realize you have work to do. So you start doing that work. You start realizing, like, okay, let me work on this part of myself, because every encounter is a mirror. Every encounter is like, okay, I went through this relationship. This was a challenge. I can't do anything about what the other person did. Let me work on myself. Let me work on this. And you get in one relationship, you realize, like, okay, I got to work on this part of myself. Then you realize, like, okay, I want to be around this type of person, this type of energy. So now I need to work on this other part of myself. You start working on yourself in that regard. And the pattern that you pick up on is that you quickly realize is that all of these relationships are mirrors. All of these relationships are showing you back to yourself, right? And it's only so long you can ignore those patterns, and then you start to realize, like, okay, this is a pattern in all 3 or 4 of my relationships. So now I need to, like, change this and develop that. Now, after having done that over an extended period of time, for me, my experiences taught me is that this journey into polyamory has been a journey of self-development. I have developed myself in this searching for love. I've developed my own individual self into, like, a more and more refined version, to a more and more pure version of myself in the way that I view my whole life. Not just a person I'm looking for, but, like, you start to change these things about yourself. And you realize, like, wait, I'm not changing this for somebody else. I'm changing this for me. This is making my life better. To look at things this way is making my life better. To deal with people in this way is making my life better. It's attracting more positive versions of energy to me. And I'm starting to realize that energy is not romantic. It might maybe be romantic in some cases, but for the most part, like 95% of our time, for the most part, is spent in non-romantic relationships. But in my business dealings, in my community dealings, in my artistic dealings, like, these changes and these self-developments are affecting my life. And I'm realizing as I get deeper and deeper into it, like, wait a minute. So I came through the door looking for people. I came through the door looking for a person, this imaginary person. But as I was going through these obstacles, as I was going through these trials, as I was going through these different levels that I had to ascend to, like, it became about me. The person that I was working to get to was myself. And the further and further I get in that journey, man, like, people just, the right energy just comes around you. The right energies, you stop looking for the right energy starts looking for you, because they're like, oh, that's that's what I'm looking for right there. And I mean, just so much of your focus, so much more of your energy, so much more of your effort becomes internal. And you glow that way, you glow that way. And you don't have to, it eliminates this attachment we have to other people, because we realize, like, there's nothing I have to do to or for another person to qualify to be their lover. Like, I need to be qualified to be my own lover. And if I'm really loving myself the right way, the universe will support me in that love and keep me around the right type of energy. Like I'm around the right type of people because I love me. I want to support my own development. It ain't even about like that affection of like, oh, like, you know, man, the black woman is God. There's a million gorgeous black women, but there's a particular type of energy that I need to be around to be my best self. And that's what you start to attract. And that's my 2 cents. That is my 5 minutes and 28 seconds of 2 cents.